Buenas. And welcome back to the Film Posers YouTube channel. It's been a while. I am sorry we have disappeared off the face of the earth, but we are back. And what better time to come back than Magic Mike's last time, aka Magic Mike's Last Dance. Yes. So today we are going to be reviewing Magic Mike's Last Dance. We just had the opportunity to see it at AMC in Times Square with a lot of lovely people. Shout out Chris Maldonado, aka K Maldo.
See, we finally met. The Film Poser / Christian Maldonado crossover finally happened.
Better than Avengers Endgame, that's all I'm saying. Other than that crossover, we were able to see Magic Mike's Last Dance at an early screening.
With strippers.
There were dancers. There were cookies that you said you were going to show one. So she's going to show
sexy cookies.
So, Magic Mike's Last Dance, directed by Steven Soderbergh. And let me tell you, can someone check on him?
Truly.
Because he must be hospitalized from going so damn hard on this movie. So, Magic Mike's Last Dance is basically Mike Lane takes to the stage again after a lengthy hiatus following a business deal that went bust, leaving him broke and taking bartending gigs in Florida. For what he hopes will be one last hurrah, Mike heads to London with a wealthy socialite who lures him with an offer he can't refuse and an agenda all her own. With everything on the line, once Mike discovers what she truly has in mind, will he, and the roster of hot new dancers he'll have to whip into shape, be able to pull it off? I didn't see the trailer before going into this movie. I still haven't seen it, so I didn't really know what I was getting into. All I know is that we got the invite, and I was like, hey, sure. So at least my experience, I liked it. I gave it 5 stars. I have no shame. No, it's not because I'm thirsty. So all of you trying to discredit my 5 stars, get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. No, it has suavemente. How am I not going to give it 5 stars? Dear Salma Hayek, let me tell you, Salma Hayek, pristine.
She ate that role.
Literally, everyone's going to be, like, most people are going to be like, oh my gosh, Channing Tatum. I was there like, Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek was doing that thing.
She ate.
Le quedó brutal. Estaba brutal. Bella, hermosa. And I was just so drawn to her, like, throughout the entire film. The movie looks great. It looks great. It has personality. Steven Soderbergh, he was like, yes. And the lighting, there were so many scenes where it was just looking at them, the camera positions, the camera movements, the cuts, everything. I just thought it was like a very visually pleasing movie.
The choreography
was
incredible.
Especially the last dance. It was good.
And they actually say Magic Mike's Last Dance, so bonus points for saying the movie of the title and the title.
Saying the title in the movie as well as actually being a literal thing that happens.
They actually have a microphone called Magic Mike. It was brilliant.
Yeah. It's a very humorous film. It doesn't take itself too seriously, though it does have a plot that might be considered too serious by some people. But it might be considered serious, but it's not too serious, if that makes sense. I loved Salma Hayek as Maxandra in this movie. I thought she was great. All the supporting characters were really good. They weren't as developed as I would have liked, but it was just the right amount for you to care about these people. Especially there were some one-off characters that I was like, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that was, I think, the main thing that was different in this one compared to like the first one specifically, because in the first one you get to know like the rest of the dancers pretty well. Yeah, but in this one, I couldn't tell you their names.
No, this one is mostly focused on Channing Tatum and Salma Hayek as characters, Mike and Maxandra. And again, I was just so drawn to her. This is basically, if I had to describe it to you, like, plain and simple, this is Ted Lasso meets stripping. Basically, Maxandra, she's getting a divorce. She wants to get back at her husband for cheating on her. So she brings Mike over to London to
put on a show.
It's, again, Ted Lasso. It's like this man from the United States, Florida, that used to be a stripper, used to be a professional dancer, etc. Now trying to be in London and with her posh friends and everything, and she just wants to destroy something that meant a lot to her ex-husband's family, especially his mom.
Yeah.
Again, I can't stop saying it. I love Salma Hayek in this movie, and just like
this movie is the feminist tale that we need.
it's the feminist tale we need. It's the female gaze, like Steven Soderbergh. Someone check on him. I want to know what's going on in his life right now, because this feels like a midlife crisis, but in a good way. In a very good way.
Like, who knew Magic Mike would evolve to be a feminist icon? Yeah, I think because comparing it to the first two, the first Magic Mike movie, one of the major criticisms is that it ended up being more serious, and like there's not like a lot of focus in like the actual dance part. It ends up being like a very serious plot, dealing with, you know, addiction and different, you know, kind of like the dark side of the sex work. And then the second one kind of leans more into the fun of, hey, this is a movie about strippers, so let's just lean more into that. And this one, I would say, is like a good combination of both. Because while the story, like Josie said, is very self-contained, you know, it's still like a very serious story that I was invested in personally. But then like all of the dance sequences and all of the rehearsal aspect of the show are there. And, you know, it's a lot of fun. So like even, you know, you don't get like emotionally drained as you would with the first Magic Mike. This one, you know, you have that plot, but they also have like the relief of the dance that come more frequently. So it was ended up being like a really good combination of both, and it worked.
Yeah. So final thoughts. Feminism. Magic Mike is a film that demands to be watched. It is, I'm gonna keep saying it. My favorite part of it was how visually pleasing it was. It looked great. It sounded great, had a good soundtrack.
The acting was great.
It had good performances.
Other than Salma Hayek, who ate every scene she was in, Channing Tatum, I feel like maybe he took some acting classes in like the past couple of years, because he delivered. Yeah. He was so good in this movie. I think it's the best performance I've seen of his. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was like, he learned.
The only thing that I have a gripe with is basically the narrative structure. I felt like the story itself could have been judged up in a couple of places, but overall, the entire purpose of the film, at least for me, is that I'm rooting for this relationship, surprisingly. And it has a really nice beginning with them, and then you see their chemistry throughout the movie.
Great chemistry.
Yeah. There's one thing that I wish had gotten more attention, which was Mixandra's relationship with her daughter.
Yeah.
But it does have a lovely payoff, though some might debate it wasn't earned. Still, Salma Hayek's reaction to that moment was enough for me to be like,
I agree. I think I would have liked it more with Salma Hayek, the butler, and the daughter. I think those three were like at the heart of the story. So I think seeing more of their interactions would have made that payoff a lot more earned than it was. Because yeah, it's a really cute moment, but then sometimes, but it feels like you skip like 10 steps to get from point A to point B.
Again, to finalize it, because I said I was going to finalize it and we haven't. So this is the last commentary. Is it a perfect movie?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's not a perfect movie. Is it a fun movie?
Yes.
It damn sure is.
We were hooting and hollering.
You'll have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Please don't take it too seriously.
Go watch it with sexy cookies.
Yeah. Other than that, we recommend it. We gave it 5 out of 5. Please watch it, form your opinion, and that's all for this review. Please like and subscribe. Share this with someone if you want to. And yeah, remember to subscribe to the Film Posers podcast and listen to it wherever you get your podcast fix, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. Okay. We're out. Bye.